These two are going to a better home. Goodbye. I haven't seen anyone talk about this in like a decade. First hot take of the video. Hi, welcome to my channel. It's time to unhaul this amount of books. I don't even know how many there is, but I do know that they've been sat here waiting for me to get rid of them since December. So let me show you guys the books that I'm getting rid of, and some of these I have read, some of them I have not, and maybe I'll let you know why I'm letting go of some of these, and maybe you can convince me not to with some of them. I don't know. Let's just get into it. Let's go. Let's start off with a couple of books, one of which I have read that are part of the same series. We have Corrupt and Hideaway by Penelope Douglas. And I read Corrupt. Thoughts, feelings, vibes on this. Not my cup of tea, basically. I think that it's just a little bit too dark for me. These two are going to a better home. Goodbye. I picked these two books up in I think it was like a second-hand furniture store. In one of the bookcases that they were selling, they had these. This is Dissolution and Darkfire by C.J. Sanson. And I truly love history. I do. And I love Tudor history. I studied it. But I just don't think I'm going to get to these. Part of me still thinks that like I would really like to give it a go, but also there's so many books in my TBR I want to read. I do just kind of need to get rid. Then we have The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary. I haven't seen anyone talk about this in like a decade, so why do I think I'm going to read it now when I've never read Beth O'Leary and nothing makes me gravitate towards this? We have The Game Plan by Alicia Siegel. I got this whilst I was in Amsterdam in like a bizarre book place. I think this book has something like 40 reviews on Goodreads, and that's not why I don't think I'm going to read it. It's actually like the art style and the blurb itself. Like when I read it now, it sounds like a sci-fi that I have read that I'm just not interested in because I really didn't enjoy that. So this is going to go to a better home. We also have The Instant by Amy Liptrot, and I can't remember what this is about. Don't feel like reading it right now, but I got this at a little free library, so let me put it back there instead of hoarding it on my shelves. Somewhere I have the second book of this too, which is The Ask and the Answer. This is The Knife of Never Letting Go, the Chaos Walking series, and I read the first book through Libby sometime last year, and it was very different. I haven't read anything that I would say is similar to this book. It's very different. I think it's meant to be children's fiction, but I read it and I really enjoyed it. Oh, the second book is here. I thought that I was potentially going to continue the series, but actually no, I'm not. I'm intrigued, but I don't care enough, so bye-bye. This series in general, I don't like this cozy mystery. I don't even like a mystery, I like a thriller. So I wanted to try this out and sort of like give it a good go, see if it was my vibe, and it's not. I suspected I'm not interested, and I know it's extremely popular, but these are in charity shops everywhere, and I'm going to add to that, I guess. Now this one I'm not sure about because I do have a little pull telling me that I should keep this, but I'm not sure whether that's going to happen. I have this series by Lex Croucher, and I don't know if it has a name, but we have Reputation, Infamous and Trouble. Now, I read these when I was reading solely sapphic and LGBTQIA+ books, and that was maybe like 3 years ago now. At the time that I read them, I really enjoyed these books. Infamous was the book that I read first, I think, and it was a little bit queer. Reputation wasn't super queer, and then I haven't read Trouble, but I don't know if I'm just hoping for these books to be something that they're not for me, so I think I'm gonna let them go. This is a maybe. We then have Leather and Lark. Who is this by? Bryn Weaver. I didn't realise when I picked this up that it's the second book in a series. I don't own the first book, and I got this for £1 brand new in a charity shop. So I think that this will make someone's day like it made mine, but hopefully that person has read the first book. We then have Hook, Line and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. I haven't read a Tessa Bailey book, but I feel like the reviews on her are so mixed, leaning towards not a fave, that I would much rather read the 20 other romance books on my TBR than read this one. Yeah, I just I don't care. It's also the second book, I think, in a series. I was watching someone journal the other day and they were saying that the first book in this series is a favourite for them and they love it. It's like a super comfort read. But I already have those. I don't need to read this one. We then have Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I saw that on Goodreads, Sydney rated this, I think it was 1 star, and then her commentary was just hilarious. I thought that this might be something I would be interested in reading when I was in TK Maxx and I saw the cover. But now I don't gravitate towards it. It's similar to a lot of the reasons I'm getting rid of these books, and it's just that I'm more interested in other books on my TBR. First hot take of the video, I'm going to be unhauling In the Veins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy. Now, Luce has spoken up about how she really enjoyed this book and it was one of her top reads of 2025. Now, I got 80% of the way through, if not more, and I was like, wow, I don't care anymore. I just don't want to finish it. So I didn't. I DNF'd it, and I see no reason to keep this on my shelves because I literally couldn't finish the book. So bye-bye. I then have 2 mass paperbacks. We have Skin Privilege by Karen Slaughter and Misery by Stephen King. Now, I might actually keep these and sort of use them for my book journal. Not 100% sure yet, but I can't see myself reading this specifically because Karen Slaughter has so many books out there. So many of them are interconnected that it feels weird to me to be just jumping into this. With Misery, I bought this because I want to read Stephen King's backlog, but I have only read Carrie so far, so there's a way to go before I get to this, so there's literally no reason to keep it. We then have Frontier by Grace Curtis. I bought this from a queer bookshop in Leeds that you should absolutely check out. I did read, I want to say like maybe 30% of it, and I just wasn't gripped. It kind of felt like the story wasn't really going anywhere, so I thought, I'm not going. Wherever this is going, I'm not going, because I'm not bothered. So I did DNF it, but I know that there'll be people out there that will love this. And it's queer, so support queer authors, please. And queer bookshops. Then we have The Wedding Witch. This is by Erin Sterling, and I didn't get to this in spooky season / holiday Christmas season, and I don't foresee myself picking it up. I don't need to read it. I have a holiday romance that I love, and I will be reading that every year. I don't need a new one. Then we have Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. Hannah Grace has written one of my favourite romance books of all time. Daydream and me are like interconnected. We are one, but I didn't gel with this one. I thought it was okay. It was a 3-star read for me, but just didn't love it, and I can't see myself rereading it, so I'm going to give it to a new home. Our Infinite Fate by Laura Stephen. I really didn't enjoy this book, and I anticipated that I would. There's so much discourse online about whether this is people's favourite book ever or they just really didn't like it. It just tried to be too much for me. It was too fast-paced and I wasn't connected to the story. I love this edition that I have, but it needs to go to a better home for someone that's going to love it, because I didn't. We have Kindling by Bonnie Woods. I did actually really enjoy this when I read it because it was just a perfect palate cleanser, but it hasn't stuck with me emotionally. I can't see myself ever rereading it, so I'm going to donate this hoping that someone will love it. And it's just such a perfect autumnal read, and if you want a Scottish book, it's really fun. I would recommend this book, but I just didn't love it, so I'm not going to keep it. Well, yeah, this is the Chestnut Spring series. These books, for what they are wonderful. I am not saying that they're bad books whatsoever. I actually did really enjoy them, but these 5 books take up space on the one bookshelf that I have where I could be keeping books that I love, that I feel like are a part of my soul, are intrinsic to who I am. But the Chestnut Spring series is taking up that space right now, and I love them. They're fun, but I'm about to make someone's day in a low free library by putting the whole series there for free, so locals, go get them. I'm going to quickfire these next ones because I feel similarly about all of them. I enjoyed them, but don't want to keep them because don't love them. We have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. This one hurts me because I love Hannah Bonham Young. The Slowest Burn by Sarah Chamberlain. I feel really sort of like close to this story in that I could tell you every single detail, but I don't know, I just didn't love it. Should I keep this? I think I should. Then we have Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I have this beautiful copy of The Secret Garden and I tried to read it. I feel like I might read it one day, but I need to look up some more reviews. I might put this one on hold. Do I need to read it? Tell me, please. The Love Interest. I, similarly to a couple of the romance books on here, I would rather read the books that I have on my shelves. Light from Uncommon Stars. I also bought this at a queer bookshop. It is wonderfully floppy and it's interesting. It's such a weird read and I would recommend this to people who want... Do you know, I would say this is interesting if you liked Heart the Lover but sci-fi and make it queer. That's what this book is. Plus, too much violin. Very niche, but that is the people that's who would love this book, and that wasn't me. I actually felt kind of frustrated reading this book, but yeah, it was good for what it was, but I just didn't love it. We have Solitaire by Alice Oseman. Did enjoy this, but don't feel connected to it. Akatar, A Court of Thorns and Roses. This copy is dead. This went on holiday with me. I read it over like a 3-month period. Yeah, this should be going in the bin, but it's gonna go to someone for free. Where She Went, I got this from an English teacher when I was 15. That's how long I've had this book and I haven't read it. Why do I still own it? I don't know. Never Ever Getting Back Together. This is by Sophie Gonzalez and I did really enjoy this book. It's super fun. If you're a Swiftie, I think you should read this, but I have queer books on my shelves that I loved more than this, so I'm keeping those and getting rid of this one. Nectar of the Wicked and Wrath of the Damned. I really didn't like this series and I think Fable even have like special editions of it, which I'm sorry. If you're subscribed and you get those, I apologise because they're not worth it. I really didn't like these. They're on my Vinted if anyone is interested. The Hike by, I want to say Lucy Score. This is by Lucy Clark. I did actually really enjoy this, but I don't see a reason to keep it because I don't have an extensive thriller collection. Also, I got it from a charity shop and I like to just keep the cycle going. Finally, my last 2 books. We have Yellowface by R.F. Kuang and Girl Crush by Florence Given. I don't know what happened to the dust jacket for these books, but I don't own them and they can go to someone that's going to be interested. If you want it, it's for free. Yellowface was one of the most infuriating reads I've ever read. I wonder if I read it now I would love it more, but I did read it like 2 years ago. And then Girl Crush, I just don't associate myself with Florence Given anymore, so see ya. I lied. I have 5 more books that I'm going to be getting rid of, and it is this series because no thank you. That is everything that I am unhauling. I think that this is impressive. Personally, I have lots of books still on my TBR, somewhere around 75 books, so yeah, not sure why I'm holding on to these that I don't care about when I have all of those books that I want to read. If you're interested in any of these books, feel free to let me know. Some of them will be on my Vinted, most of them will be going to little free libraries, and yeah. God, this feels like a cleanse. Don't know if you can see this, but I have a whole shelf free now. Love that from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the vibe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.